But what if I told you these injuries could have been prevented and that the warning signs were there? We knew this was coming. What was so blatantly missed by their trainers that led up to their injuries? In 2013, Kobe Bryant suffered a season-ending knee injury. There's been many athletes that's played really well, but not many people were able to have a great and long career. One such player who started off real hot but eventually got injured is NBA superstar Brandon Roy. Just listen to what Kobe thinks of Brandon.
That's a bad boy. He's ahead of his time.
But in 2011, after only 5 years into his young NBA career, Brandon was forced to retire after sustaining multiple knee injuries.
Then there was Robert Griffin III. After winning Rookie of the Year and leading his team to the playoff, RG3 was on his way for superstardom.
And well, we know what happened to his story.
But what if I told you these injuries could have been prevented and that the warning signs were there? We knew this was coming. What was so blatantly missed by their trainers that led up to their injuries? Because all movement transferred forces through our knees, there are certain positions that are potentially dangerous. Knee valgus, for example, is commonly seen right before injuries when cutting, during landing, and when push-off. There is an internal rotation of the thigh, inwards collapse of the knee, putting more stress on the ligaments and meniscus. Look at this picture of RG3 preparing to do a broad jump. As he's coiling his body and storing it for energy, you can see his knee clearly collapsing. While some degrees of functional valgus isn't harmful, this is kind of the position we want to avoid during training. If we take a look at Brandon's tape with his trainer, this valgus position can be seen over and over and over again. Okay guys, you know what to look for, so let's talk about some proper training to set up the foundation to avoid this injury. We're starting off with the lying leg lift. Now, hold on guys, I know this looks easy, but there's some common cheats that we want to avoid. Don't want to kick forward and we don't want to roll backwards because that's going to target the TFL, not the glutes that we want to strengthen. It's on the hips. Okay, so now we want the activation when we're doing standing knee control exercises. So we're going to start off by corkscrewing your feet and separating the floor, and you should feel your glutes contract when you're doing this. Check to make sure there's enough pressure to keep your knees outward by pushing in. As you step side to side, keep tension on your glutes while holding this outward pressure on your knee. Keep your feet from coming off and don't let your knees go in. Okay, this is probably still too easy, so we have to work on dynamic control. I like this reverse lunge with the band. The band makes it harder for me to keep my knees in, which in turn really work on my hip muscles to keep that knees out position. And then we're going to progress with a single leg RDL, which emphasizes knee alignment when you're on that one leg. To finish off, I'm going to do a side-to-side skater hop with a 5-second stick, meaning I'm just balancing here, to kind of further challenge my dynamic knee control. Hi guys, I'm Dr. Tony. I work with patients every day on their recovery. If I could pick one movement to improve upon, this would probably be it. I hope you learned something useful. Subscribe to see similar but different content. Check out why Larry Wheels is bleeding. Oh my god, what's going on? There's blood. Check it out.